Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Cover the Spread. Man, where did March go? We just flew right through March. It was like, welcome, April 1st, 2025. I had a great start to Mondays. Looking to finish it off and get that last winner here in the late game. And that'll make us a nice 3-0 to kickstart the week. Let's get to the cappers, see how they're doing, how the weekend went, and then we'll get right to your three plays here for Tuesday's action. Kicking over to Sean. How you doing, Sean?
All right, I'm the last man standing here. You guys are 2-0 with Butler and Boise. I gotta bring the sweep here with this Nebraska late here. So again, it's underway here as we do the video. We don't know. Hopefully we get the sweep. Otherwise, 17-9. We had a nice Houston under the other day. The Duke covered 65%. Somebody says they don't look happy. Look at this. Look at my face. I'm grinning ear to ear, baby. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Worry about me being happy. Just worry about the winners we put out on this show every single day. 2-1 basically for the last month. Come on. Smile. Sorry I don't smile enough for you. I don't smile. Not enough you hit the like button. How about that? Hit the like button, subscribe. Cost you nothing. Nothing. We asked for nothing. We asked to hit the like button for 65% winners.
We appreciate
Unbelievable,
it.
Rod. These
right?
people.
Subscribe. And hey, give us some
Sean doesn't look happy. Rod slurring his speech. Somebody said you're slurring, like we slur. Al has no energy. First of all, they say Al looks like a robot one day. He doesn't respond. Then he's low energy Al, like he's about to fall asleep. How about the winners? The guy gives you winners. Ron gives you winners. I'll give you winners. I give you winners. Then you got to smile now because I'm making fun of you people out there for picking on us. Leave us alone. I'm bullying us. Cyberbullying. Don't be cyberbullies.
Definitely don't be bullies. Not nice. Get over to Al. How you doing, Al? Are you wide awake and eyes wide open, ready to roll?
Try to bring the energy today, I guess. March might be gone, but madness lives on. So let's keep it going here. No March Madness for these picks, but we still got some college basketball for you.
I'll bring it. Your team won by 30 today. A 30-point win, 89-59. You should be like, yeah.
Needed that one.
It's going.
Definitely needed that
one. Definitely, let's take it. There in that one. Butler. I think we had the under in the Auburn game on the weekend as well. So let's get to Tuesday's action. We got three plays here for you in the Crown Tournament. So let's get to it. First one we're going to look at here is we got Villanova taking on Colorado here in this one. Villanova, 3.5-point favorite in this one. This is Al's game, so let's kick it on over to Al. What do you like here in this one? Villanova or Colorado?
Yeah, we've seen the money already coming in on Villanova, and I think rightfully so. I'm going to agree with that line move. I think Colorado, as well as they played, they got a little bit of defense. They can take care of business on that end on the floor, but I think Villanova, where they separate themselves. I mean, the defensive battle is pretty even in my book, but the big difference that separates these two teams is Villanova's offense. I just think they have the much better offense. They've been shooting extremely well from deep. They've been shooting well from the free throw line. And if it does come down to the wire, I think those free throw numbers is what separates them. But I think they come out strong and then take care of business here and win this one by 2 possessions plus. But again, the numbers should take care of themselves if it's a close one late. So I'll go lay the points here for Villanova to cover the spread.
Nice. Kicking on over to Sean. What do you like here in this one? Villanova or the Bucks?
You know what? You didn't even address it at the top of the show. You shaved. People are going to be like, what? Is this the right channel?
Who's this guy?
Who's this guy?
Not Cleveland State has to find a new mascot. You didn't even think about
that. Cleveland State, he's out of work now.
We had the deal going, and then Colorado State, they just didn't hold up their end of the deal and let me down. So I just couldn't be the mascot there. So
you're like that cat on McNeese State who carries the radio out for the team. You had a nice little kneel deal there. So out here, I got the furry beard. All right, back to the Nova game here. I kind of like the over in this one. I'm going to go a different route here. I like the over. I got Nova with a new coach coming in, so it's a senior-laden team. And are these guys ain't going to the NBA? Maybe to go to Europe or wherever else to play somewhere else. Colorado, same thing. And as we saw with some of these Monday games, just high scoring. I just think this could be an up and down kind of game here. I like the over. This was at 140. It's at 143 now, 144. I would be I'd be an over better in this one. I'd be an over better.
I kind of lean to the over with you as well there in that one, but I got to lean with the Villanova here. I just think their offense is the much better offense. It's but what, a 4 or 5 point difference? It's about a 5 point difference scoring offensively. Actually, it's almost a 6 point difference. Colorado on the road scored about 65 points a game. Well, you look at this Nova squad, and they're scoring about 73 points a game, and just playing the better basketball down the stretch as well. Defensively, as Al alluded to, I would definitely give it to Nova holding teams to 65 points a game over their last 5. Well, Colorado defensively not as strong, giving up 70 points a game. So, with Al, I like Nova here to get the win. That's why I opened at 3.5. I got Nova by 7 or 8. So, all the values there landed with Nova in that one. Kicking on to the next game, we got Oregon State taking on UCF here in this one. This is Sean's game, so we'll kick it on over to Sean. What do you think here in this one? Oregon State, UCF.
Yeah, first look at this one, I'm like, all right, a little overaction probably, kind of high-scoring squad. You got Oregon State, so 22-9 in the total, 19-12 to the over there for UCF, and it looks like an easy over there. I'm going to say no to those trends. It's, again, 9-1 last 10 for Oregon State. No. As much as I was just saying about Al's game going over the total, this one here's a little too high for my liking here. We're talking about close to 160 points. I don't see it. I mean, UCF, if you look at their numbers for the last 10 for these totals for both of these teams, kind of drastic. One's in like the low 140s. The other ones are high than mid-50s. So it bounces out to the even higher than that. I don't think so. I think this one actually goes under. And this is, again, talked about this in that Tennessee game. It was kind of like a kind of gut. I look at the number, I'm like, I don't really love it. I just got to play it based on 30 years of betting, kind of an underplay. This is the same one. I look at the number, I'm like, it doesn't seem right to me. Something's out of whack. Under the total, UCF, Oregon State, we'll call it, I don't even know what that, 158.5, 159, whatever it is, under. Under.
A lot of 158.5s. I think that's
158.5 official here. So that's what we're putting it at. That's where I'm writing it down. I write down the plays. I write them down for myself, so I know. So
that it shows that we have a winning record. Kick it on over to Al. What do you like here in this one? UCF or Oregon State?
Yeah, I guess I'll ride with Sean for the total. Not much of an opinion there, but as he said, this number seems a little high. On the side, I kind of like Oregon State to keep this one competitive and potentially actually pull off the upset here. So I'm leaning Oregon State, and I will ride with Sean on the under.
Yeah, and I lean to an under as well. You look at Oregon State playing some solid defensive basketball, especially in non-conference games, holding teams to 38.6% field goal shooting and only giving up 60.5 points a game in non-conference games. But as Al alluded to, I like Oregon State plus the points. It did open at 2.5 up to 4.5 now. Looks like lots of money's piling in on UCF.
That's also Oregon State, I think, got guys actually not playing in this.
Yeah.
They have guys officially. I think they got officially guys out, as opposed to some teams. They might be out, but again, you don't know until they show up. We saw that in that Utah game today. They were a dog. They go off at a favorite. So you don't know until you game time.
Until you actually hit the tape. But then I also look at it that those guys move on to the transfer portal, and the next man up gets his shot to play in this game. So even if the next guy up who doesn't play for this team, the next guy will, and he'll have just as much motivation, if not more motivation, to because he wants to make the team, and so he wants to show what he can do for next season. So. I kind of like that sometimes the guy leaves in the portal and everybody overreacts because they've moved on. They're like, "Whoa, we got about that guy. They don't have this guy and this guy." Then forget about the guy that's been sitting on the bench waiting for his chance to pounce. So I like Oregon State here plus the you're getting me over possession at 4.5. Yeah, I'll take it. Oregon State in non-conference games this year, 10-2 ATS in those non-conference games. So give me the Beavers there over the possession. It's Canada. How can I not? We love our Beaver up here in Canada. We just can't help ourselves. It's the national animal of Canada is the beaver.
Is it really?
It is, yes. The national animal of Canada is the beaver.
I thought it'd be like a moose or a caribou or something.
No, the beaver. The beaver is the national animal. We actually even have somebody's job up here in Canada as the beaver counter. He gets to go around and count the beavers. So that way he knows how many beavers, whether there's a decline in the population of beavers.
The comment section on the beaver counter is just going to go crazy. They're going to
absolutely bananas with the beaver counter.
At the 10:40 mark, off the rails about the beaver counter.
About the beaver counters.
Leave the best beaver comment below.
Leave your best beaver comment below. All right, we got one more game.
No beaver photos, please.
Don't feed the beaver. Feed the beaver at own risk.
We don't need any OnlyFans link for beavers. We don't need beaver pics.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Now we're on to my game. We got Chattanooga. Nobody's mocking me. Come on, don't be mocking me now. Taking on Loyola here in this one. Loyola leaving -2.5 here in this one. Again, disrespecting this Mocs team here in this one. I'm going to take Chattanooga. We've taken Chattanooga before, and they've done us very well. I'm going to take them on the money line. I think they just have the better offense. We know Chicago's got that defense that they can play, but when it comes down to it, we've seen a whole lot of not defense being played in these tournament games. And I think Chattanooga's offense is just too much for Loyola Chicago to be able to keep up with. I like the Mocs outright on the money line. You can take that +2.5 to cover the spread, but sprinkle the money line as well. Kick on over to Sean. What do you like here in this one? Chattanooga or Loyola Chicago?
You know, I liked Bradley over Chattanooga the other day, right? I was talking about that. Chatty, again, underdog for the 4th time. And they came out, you know, they lose the championship. They were a 2-point favorite in their conference championship. The game before that, laying 10, laying 9, 18, 16. And they're dogs 4 times in a row. But I think the defense kind of weighs out here for both of these teams. I kind of, again, total-wise, I want to look towards the under. I'm not going against your Chatties. We like the Mocs. I get it. And the fact that they're dogs again, listen, we're past getting kind of picked off. You got kind of rest. You're ready to go. Early on that would be concerning. Not now. Not in the semis. Not in the semis. I'll get in the bus. Let's go. Let's go Moccasins. Let's go Chattanooga, Rod. Take us to the window. Take us to the promised land.
Go Chattanooga. Let's get it. Kick it over to Al. What do you think here in this one? Chattanooga or Loyola Chicago?
Yeah, they may not be mocking you, but I think they're still mocking me. I think I went against Chattanooga in their last 2. I was on Bradley as well there with Sean. And I got to agree with you here. I just can't go again a 3rd time. You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I don't want a 3rd time. And I guess I learned my lesson. As you mentioned, much better offense. The 3-point shooting's been great. The free throw shooting's been great. Something I forgot to mention in my pick, too, is the turnover battle. They take much better care of the ball, and so does Villanova in that matchup as well. And again, here going up against the Loyola team that only averages 6.3 steals per game. Don't see a lot of turnovers here for Chattanooga, and I think they get the job done. I agree with you. I think they win this one outright. Might take some points too, but I agree that I think they win this one.
Definitely. And speaking of your not turning it over a whole lot, you look at Chattanooga in a way our neutral games against the teams that don't turn over the ball a whole lot. 14-2 ATS versus those teams. And then against the poor pressure defenses that doesn't force turnovers as well. So Loyola Chicago, a team that doesn't force a whole lot of turnovers. 12-2 is Chattanooga ATS-wise this season. So give us the Mocs in that one. I'm going to even sprinkle on the double result. I like it in the first half at full game. Right from the start, opening tip, Chattanooga rolls Loyola Chicago with that one. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in here on this Tuesday. Let's try to get you a nice 3-0 sweep. Just before we head on out, we'll do the quick little recap for you. First game, we had Villanova and Colorado. We're laying it with Villanova there in that matchup. We got Oregon State taking on UCF. And we're taking the over in that matchup. And then we got Chattanooga taking on Loyola, and that's why I gave it. We're going to take the Mocs, take the 2.5 points there in that matchup. As I said, Chattanooga's nice 12-2 ATS versus these squads. So I think Chattanooga is the third play. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. That way you get notified when these videos drop and you get the best of the number with us. As we said, have yourself a wonderful Tuesday. And what are we doing here? Cover the spread, baby!
Cover the spread.
Oh, my God.